what's your strategy for purging left-wing radicalism from academia? Because that one just seems so entrenched. I don't see how you take it apart without collapsing the whole institution.
Right. So, the first, I think we see good models of this happening in Florida, right? I think DeSantis and Rufo have done a really good job with the new college, right? And the issue, people often say, like, okay, the academy produces a lot of ideological nonsense, but it also produces, things that we care about, right? Like discoveries in the hard sciences and the biomedical sciences. And those people also mostly vote for Democrats. That's fine. Those people might mostly vote for Democrats, but they're not mostly crazy ideologues, right? They're mostly just like normie libs, right? And in any case, their ideology doesn't matter that much when they're doing physics, right? I don't care if there's a socialist who's designing the next particle collider. That's fine. It's not gonna, they're not gonna insert socialism into Schrodinger's equation somehow, right? So that's not really a big concern. But no, I mean, I think the way that you do this, and this is the explicit plan that Trump already laid out, so it's not hypothetical, is just funding, right? You control the funding. Like all universities, even private universities, are massively dependent upon government grants, right? NSF grants, NIH grants, right? And you can set whatever conditions on those that you want, right? So you can simply say, okay, no more grants for you for anything, sciences, medicine, nothing, until you fire every DEI department, you get rid of the statements, right? These professions of faith that all new faculty have to sign, right? You force them with the purse strings, right? And also, any of these like misinformation departments or something, as if there's one discipline of just knowing what's true, right, in all subjects. So yeah, that's how you do it. You just use the heavy hand of the state and choke off their funding until they do what you want. And I think most of these people are not especially brave, so I think it'll work pretty quickly. But yeah, I mean, like, and the other thing is there are plenty of departments we can afford to lose and that don't really produce any societal value, at least as currently constituted. So like, I'm not somebody who thinks that the social sciences have no value in principle, but they're so ideologically captured, and there's so many of them are like take as axiomatic beliefs about human nature that are just straightforwardly false, that I don't really think that there would be any huge loss to society if 80% of sociology departments were just shuttered. What would happen, right? Would GDP growth slow? Would some horrible domestic strife break out? What are they producing that taxpayers should care about, right? So I think that's the answer basically, is that like we will shed a lot of these people and maybe not be able to replace them. That's fine. The ones that actually matter will just quietly do their work and maybe mumble about it.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, I think your 80% estimate of sociology might be generous to the profession. So much of social science and humanities is just it's somewhere between like nonsense and counterproductive to society.
Oh yeah, no, I actively think that we're paying a lot of people to destroy value, right?
Yeah.
Both like direct economic value, right? In that like we pay a lot of like regulators and consultants and stuff to actively make it harder to build things and produce economic growth. And social value, right? We pay people to break down social trust. We pay people to stoke racial tensions, right? That's crazy. Why should the taxpayer not just be thrown? It's worse than lighting money on fire, right? It's like using money to start a forest fire, right? Like you're spending money to destroy more money, right? You used your money on a flamethrower to burn more money. It's the craziest thing. And yeah, I'm perfectly happy with them taking their ball and going home.
Yeah.